Yeah, as we discussed, like tables is a major concept in ServiceNow, and tables plays a major quite role in all modules in ServiceNow. And majorly tables are called as collection of records. Collection of records is called as table, which includes or which may called as alternatively as a place where records are stored. Okay, simply called as collection of records. Can I have what is a record?
Row and column.
It's called collection of data. Then what is data? What is data called as?
Collection of information.
Yeah, collection of information. I'll make it as info, okay, for your information. Tables are collection of records. Record is nothing but collection of data. Data is nothing but collection of information. It may be called as something called as text or anything. Okay. In ServiceNow, we have different types of tables. Like we have seen like the tables called user table, group table, and roles table. And we have seen like the dashboards, the reports are also stored in a table format. Okay. And you can see like for each and every table, for user table, we have the backend name called sys underscore user. For group, we have sys underscore user underscore group. And for the roles, obviously called as sys underscore user underscore roles. You can see like the backend name starting with SYS. Okay, for each and this tables like the user groups and roles and reports. And in ServiceNow, we have like mentioned as types of tables. We have three types of tables in ServiceNow. The first one will be the system defined tables or system tables. The second one will be the base tables. And third one will be the ITIL tables. In ServiceNow, we have three different types of tables. First one goes with system tables. Majorly, we see like what are the system tables? These are called as the system tables. User groups and roles, others. Okay, I'm just mentioning three only here as an example. Others we have much more because the prefix is started with SYS. That's why they are meant as system tables, which are already created in our instance. We don't have to create these tables. Okay. Along with in the system tables, we have the base tables in ServiceNow. The base tables are two types, like two base tables we have. The first one is task table, which is majorly important, and second one is CMDB table. Okay, these are the system tables which consists of sys as an prefix of the table name, and these are the base tables in ServiceNow. The first one is task, second one is CMDB. As we know, the backend name of user is sys underscore user, and the backend name of task table is just only task. And what about CMDB? It's called CMDB underscore CI is a base table in service. Okay, let me turn off the spelling so it will be displayed correctly. Fine. And then we have the ITL tables here. These are also derived from different tables and they are categorized as ITL tables. We have incident table, problem, change, etc. Okay, yes, we are taking some three examples for each and every table. Okay, as we have, as I said, the types of tables, like we have three types of tables: system tables, base tables, and ITL tables. And in the problem, in the ITL tables, we have incident. The backend name of incident table is incident itself, and problem is problem, and change is change underscore request is the backend name of these tables. Okay, keep it in mind that they'll ask in the interview that what is the backend name of task and what is the backend name of CMDB. And as we know that the backend name of user is sys underscore user. And as we know the group like sys underscore user underscore group. And the roles we have sys underscore user underscore row. These are the types of tables in ServiceNow. And later we'll discuss some other tables also, like what is a table, how it is defined, and how it is formed. And later, apart from that, where the tables are stored in ServiceNow. Because as we said that all data in ServiceNow will be stored in the form of tables. Let me write the point first before going to the next step. All data is stored in the form of tables in ServiceNow. Okay. For example, where the user data is stored, where the user data is stored.
Table.
User table.
What is the user table name?
Sys
Sys underscore user.
Sys underscore user is a table. Then where the sys underscore user is stored.
Standard user underscore admin.
Huh? I'm saying that users data, like users data is stored in sys underscore user table. Then where this table is stored in ServiceNow?
User administration.
Task table.
No, it is
Task
stored in a
table.
database format. Like, let me show the tables first, and it will help for you, like where the data is stored. It's called db underscore object, where all tables are stored in ServiceNow. Each and every table data, as I'm clearly saying that users data is stored in sys underscore user. Sys underscore user is also a table. Then where it should be stored in ServiceNow, it is stored in a table called or database called sys underscore db underscore object. It is a table name where all tables of ServiceNow are stored. Okay, let me show you. Filter navigator sys underscore db underscore object dot list, or it will be called as the tables. We have almost all 6,361 tables in ServiceNow, which are defaultly done. Okay, you can search the sys underscore user table here. Sys underscore user. We can see like sys underscore user stored in this table called sys underscore db underscore object. Someone mute yourself. I'm getting disturbance from your end. Sys underscore user is a table where stored in sys underscore db underscore object. Okay. They may ask in the intro that where all tables are stored in ServiceNow. Let me make them clear as sys underscore db underscore object, where someone please mute. Where all tables are stored in ServiceNow. Okay. Then after that we have different things to go through them. Before going to that, as we know that all data is stored in the form of tables in ServiceNow, then where the data is stored in the form of different formats, like where the data is stored, we said that table is collection of records, collection of data is called as records, collection of information is called data. Then where the data is stored, the data is stored in the columns, or it may be called as fields sometimes, majorly fields. Okay, where information is stored, or where information is stored. Did you get these points? Like what is table, what is record? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Then we'll come to the next point, like what are the,
Sharath, I did not get this. Where the information is stored.
like we have columns and fields where the data is stored. You know what these are columns now. If I open the user table, What are these called as? What are these called as? If you open the what are these called as? User ID, first name, last name, title, department.
Fields.
Fields.
Then what I mentioned here.
Fields and columns.
Where the information is stored are nothing but called as fields and columns or fields. I just gone to the hierarchy. First go for records, data, information, and columns and fields where the info is stored here. Clear?
Okay. Yeah, clear.
Yeah. Then we have some different types of database. Before going to create the table, we'll just discuss about what are the data types available in ServiceNow, like in the ServiceNow tables. If you open the sys underscore user form, like what it allows, like user ID will allows the string format, like which includes both numbers and characters. Then what about this mobile phone number? Can I enter here as a text format here like Hyderabad? Is it fine?
No.
No,
Then
it is
what it
integer.
accepts?
Integer.
It accepts
Integer.
only number. Go for a layman terms first. It accepts only the numbers. Okay. For example, here we have the department. Can I mention the mobile number here?
No.
No.
It accepts some which are predefined. Okay. These are called as the different types of data types here. Okay. Let's see first discuss what are the major data types used in ServiceNow tables and which are helpful for us. Someone please mute. It will be hard while you are revising the sessions. Okay. Major data types used in ServiceNow tables. The first major part regarding goes with the string format. String which allows both characters and numbers. For example, I'll just mention for example here like as Sharath 13. It allows both characters and numbers. And the major second part will be like we have date format which allows the date. And the third major part like date and time which allows the date along with time, which includes both hours, minutes, and seconds, like 12. And the major part will be choice. Choice is nothing but this type of columns are nothing but called as choice columns. We have something drop down here. If I click on this arrow mark here, like drop down button, it gives some choices to select. This choice, this choice. These are called as choices. Okay. We have the choices there. And the next thing will be the reference. A reference is a major important column or a field which refers to a another table, which refers the another table data. For example, if I click on the department here, which goes for the department table. For example, if I open the groups here, let's see. If I open the groups, let's open the groups here. A reference field is majorly with the called as which column or a type of column which refers to the next table. For example, we have the manager column, which is a reference type of column. If I click on this button, then it will give the data of users table. You can see like users are displayed here. Got it?
Yeah.
Then we have the next column called like we have some currency which accepts the currency format like dollar 150 or 145 anything. And next column will be true or false. True or false are the major part like they use. we have seen like the true or false columns in our user form. It is called the true or false format. If you go for users, if I open any existing user, active true, active false, we have some password need reset. Those are the type of columns which is called as the active true or false. Okay, let me open the form. Okay, it is taking time. Let me open another form. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me refresh this part. You can see in a user form like we have the active true and false. Along with we have reference columns, we have the string columns, we have the mobile phone, the business phone, these are called as, and date format, email format. Okay, let me open the new form. It is not opening the existing data. Yeah, these are called as true or false columns. Okay, and then we have something called as choice. We have some integer which allows only numbers like 1, 2, 3, something like that. Okay, it doesn't allow the negative characters or negative things. Any other?
Checkbox.
Email.
Checkbox is nothing but true or false. It is called the true
Checkbox
or
is
false.
also
Email.
false.
It is true or false.
Email is, I think, a string.
Yeah, it also convincing it's an UI building, not an type of column. Yeah, got it. These are the major data types used, and we'll come to the next part like what are the remaining data types which are allowed in service. And today we'll want to create the list a table in ServiceNow which consists of some different data like different types of columns. Like first we'll see like we'll name a table first. I'll show you how to open a table first. Like I'll write the path as we don't want to go with the different things. Like go to the all, just type tables. The tables will be under system definition. System definition. In that we have the tables. If you click on that, then it will display the list view of all the tables. List view of all tables in ServiceNow instance. Okay, let's see how it will be. Filter navigator, just type tables, search for system definition. Under system definition application menu, we have tables as an application module. Just click on these tables. It will display list view of tables present in ServiceNow instance. Okay, we have almost 6,000 tables here. Okay, clear? It is a path, or you can go for filter navigator, sys underscore db underscore object. As we know that the backend name of the database in ServiceNow, sys underscore db underscore object dot, we can go for list or list. It will display the same thing in an alternative way. It's an alternative way for opening the list view of the tables. Clear? And today we are creating a new table. If you want to create a new table, just click on new button to create a new table. Okay, let me write the path first. Filter navigator, system definition, and that we have tables, and in that we need to mention new button to create a new table in ServiceNow. Today we are creating a new table which names called as the passport application. In my previous project in 2023, we developed a passport application table for the Indian passport system. And let's know what are the columns which are applicable for passport application first. Name some columns while we are applying for a passport.
First name.
First name, last name, mobile number,
Data,
email.
date of birth,
Place of birth.
gender,
Other.
Mr. Miss.
Email.
National.
Okay. Then second we have
Address.
first name.
Last name.
Gender.
Oh, okay. We'll come to
Father
oh,
name.
we'll come to the bill. Just last name. I'm not the chat GPT to type all the things. Like we'll take it. First name, middle name, last name, father's name.
Email, phone number.
Yeah, fine. We'll come to the bill.
Mother's name.
Address.
Gender.
Nationality.
Date of birth.
Basically, we are applying the passport for India. Just ignore the nationality. And then other things.
Address.
Address.
Okay, add address.
Religion.
We don't keep the religion for passport. Fine.
Mobile number.
Yeah, fine.
Purpose of the passport.
Mobile number. Then we have something called as
Aadhaar number.
Aadhaar number.
yeah, ignore the other number.
Occupation.
Okay. PAN card.
Okay, ignore that also. Just we'll go for the city, state,
City.
and then
Occupation.
yeah, basically occupation. Then others,
Photograph.
photograph. Just make it as photo. Then
Purpose.
Signature.
signature will be digitalized. Not we don't have to upload.
Okay.
Then others, like any other. Haven't applied for passport till now.
I have, sir.
I have.
Yeah.
Having passport is not thing. What are the columns we need to fill? We can remember them. Yeah. Then we'll add the other columns. Let's make first clear like these are the basic columns which are required for the passport application. We'll add in the next further sessions like what are the other things to be added in the passport application table. Okay. Let's make it clear as what should be the application number, type of data type.
Integer.
It may be string because we
Teacher.
can have called
String.
both characters and
String.
numbers. What is first name, last name, and middle name?
Integer.
String.
Who said
String.
string?
String.
Okay, all refers to the string itself here. Bad type. Father's name will also string.
String mother name.
If you have the disturbance from your end, you can mute yourself. What about the gender?
Choice.
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 Date.
Date of birth will be date.
Date.
Address.
String.
String.
We have string two types. String for the single line string, and we have full length string, which gives some more information, like more space to enter. Mobile number,
Integer.
Integer.
we have integer, or we have directly the mobile number also, but we go for integer first. Sorry, integer. Integer. Then email,
String.
string, city,
Choice.
choice, state,
Choice.
then occupation.
This is also string.
We'll make it as choice for the being, okay?
Choice.
Then what about photo?
Choice.
Choice.
Attachment.
Attachment.
We have the attachment thing, which is rarely used. Okay. So these are the columns which are majorly used in passport application. Let's see, and we can add much more columns in the upcoming sessions because table concepts will take 2 to 3 days to complete, and the meanwhile we'll add some 2 or 3 columns in a day. Okay. Let's decide what columns to be added and what columns to be deleted. Let's make specific like what is the table name here. It's called the table name. Someone guess, like someone let me know here for the sys underscore user table, the user table backend name is sys underscore user. For the task table, the backend name is task. For incident table, the backend name is incident. Then what will be the backend name of this passport application table? Any wild guess?
U underscore passport
X underscore passport.
underscore application.
DB underscore.
Yes, X underscore passport.
Sys underscore table.
Sys
Sir,
underscore.
just
Is
we
it created by the system or
so I
we are
think
creating this
we
table?
This
Custom
no
table we are creating.
underscore.
Custom application.
It's a custom table.
Custom
Then the
custom table
custom
they are
table
giving the
name will
X.
start from
X
U underscore.
U yeah U.
U
Passport
underscore
underscore
passport.
application.
Passport underscore application.
Yes, sir.
It will be the backend name of the custom tables. If the table is created by the custom
U.
ones, the backend name will start with prefix called U underscore. U nothing but user defined tables.
Yeah.
These are called as system defined tables. Okay, system defined tables or system tables, and these are called as user defined tables. The name backend name of the table starts from U underscore as a prefix for the only custom tables or user defined tables. Then we'll come to create a table called passport application. Let's see. Click on new button to create a new table in ServiceNow. Like here we have different columns to create a table also. As we said that the table is stored in sys underscore db underscore object. And it is asking the label along with the name. Label is the displaying one, name is a backend name. Okay. Let's see. Let passport application is my table name. If I click on anywhere, automatically the name will generate automatically in the backend, like U underscore passport underscore application. As the system knows that the table is creating by the user, like the custom table, then automatically it will create the backend name. We can't change the backend name. Okay, it can be automatically generated. And ignore these buttons. We'll discuss in the next session. Just ignore these buttons. And extends table will also discuss. Remote table also will discuss. Just click on save. Okay, I'm just entering the name of the label of the table called passport application, and I'm saving the form. I have done only one thing, enter the name of the label of the table, and I'm saving the form. That's it. I have done nothing. Okay, and after saving the form, we have the 6 default columns here. Okay, we haven't created these columns. These are automatically created when we create a table. For each and every table, these columns will be presented. Okay, it is a hierarchy. Without any creation of, if you create a table without any columns, these automatically be defined in the backend. Okay, these will help the table when it is created, when it is updated, the table which is created by, and the updates, how many updates are done for this table, and who update this table, and the sys id. We have the sys id. We'll discuss this sys id in the next upcoming sessions. What is sys id and everything. And these will help you to go through the table properties, when it is updated, when it is created by whom it is created, and when it is created, when it is updated, and by number of updates done for this table. Okay, can you come down, like when we come down towards this bottom of the page, we have some related links. In that we have show form. Do you have any columns in our table right now?
No.
No.
We have the 6, but they are not visible.
Columns we have, yeah.
If I click on show form, it will show the empty form. Let's see. Passport application new record, but it not showing any columns here because we haven't created any column till now. Clear? Clear?
Yes, Sharad.
Yes, sir.
We'll get back to the form and I'll show you once. We haven't created any columns till now. If I click on show form, it is showing the empty form here. Okay. Let's try to create the columns which we discussed earlier regarding these columns, like the father's name, mother's name, application number, and everything. Okay. And for that, we have different ways to create the columns. The major part is like ways to create a column. The first one will be directly from the table. Sorry. And second one will be from form layout and everything. Let's discuss regarding first directly from the table how to create the column. When we open the table format, we have a new option here which considering the column section here. Click on new button to create a new column. First we'll create a column called which column? The application number is our first column. What is the type of application number?
String.
String.
If I click on new button, it shows a dictionary entry here and it is saving this column in the table called passport application table. Just click on this reference icon to select the data type of the table. It's a column. We have audio, true or false, choice, color, conditions, and everything. And what is our choice here? Like, what is the type of column?
String. We can
Go for
write
S
directly.
and click on string. We'll just go for basics and we'll learn the extra things later. And it is asking the column label. Label is nothing but displayed one. It's called application number. Okay. And it is asking how much length it should be. Like I just mentioned as 40 characters as a length. Okay. You can mention as according to your wish. Okay. The backend name is automatically generated like u underscore application underscore number is the backend name of this column. Okay. And we'll discuss all these things later. Just click on submit. And one column is created. You can see like application number is available in the column section and with a cross mark. It is custom column. We can delete from clicking on this delete icon, but these are system created columns. We can't delete these columns. You can see like no cross mark is available for these columns. These are system columns and the application number is created by us, nothing but the user. User can modify his created columns or the fields. And let's show the form first. Let's see the form. If we click on the show form, it will show the single column called application number. Till now it is clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll create another columns like in a different way. I'll show another column by the same directly way also. Get new button and the next thing will be first name. The first name will also comes under string. Just type the string here. We have string and full length string here. I just mentioned for address as a full length string. You can select this part. For extra space, it is a full length string format. You can see the difference here. It allowing the more characters when compared to this string format. Just type the string here, select the string, and the label will be first name. And I'll just mention maximum length as 40. You can mention any number there. Just click on submit. And you can see like two columns are created in our table. Let's see, click on show form. We have application number and first name. And go back. And I create the last column from the directly from the table. Click on new button. It is the first and foremost way to create the columns in the table. And our middle name we have middle name. Sorry, we have to select the string here. And middle name and just mention as 40 and click on submit. You can see like we have application number, first name, middle name, and just select new button to create the last column by using directly from the table. Just go for string, last name, and maximum length should be 40 or anything. It depends on you. Click on submit. And you can see the form now. Like we have some 4 columns which are customized by the user. Go for show form here and it will display the 4 columns which are created right now. Okay, it is the first and foremost way to create the columns in the tables of ServiceNow. Okay, and we'll come to the second way how to create the columns in the tables in ServiceNow. It's called as from form configuration. It might be called as form config. It's called from form configuration. Let's see, if you open the form of the table, we have this form view. It's called the form view of the table. Right click on the column header and we have configure here, and we have the form builder first. Okay, in that we have the form builder. Let's search for, let me make it as capital A and called as form builder. Okay, we are creating a column by using the form builder here. After clicking on form builder, it will show in a graphical format here. And what is our next column to be created here? After the middle name, last name, first name, application number, we have father's name and mother's name. Okay, and here it is asking like fields, components and more. Okay, don't bother about these things, go for fields first. It is asking add a field in the table. Just click on this plus icon here or this whole column, and it will ask what is the field name here. Just type the field name which you want to enter. Just go for father's name, and the backend name will be automatically populated, and we need the string. That's it. Just click on add. Okay, and just click on drag and drop here for adding the columns. We can add directly later. First keep it here. Just click on add field. Just go for write the other field name, mother's name, and it's automatically a string. Click on add. We can change the string format also. Click on done. And we have 2 columns created by using the form builder. Just drag and drop where you want there, and we can modify later also. Okay, we have the 2 columns called father's name and mother's name, and just drag and drop this last name to top. Okay, we have application number, first name, middle name, last name, father's name, mother's name. Just click on save and go back to the part and just refresh once. And we have the father's name and mother's name are added by using the form builder. Right click on the column header, configure by using form builder. And the next way to create the columns is by using form design. Okay, let's see how to create a column by using form design. And the next step, we have the form design under the form builder. Form builder is the latest part, like latest functionality feature, and form design, form layout are the older ones. Click on the form design, which allows you to design the form, but majorly we don't use for creation of columns, but we majorly use for designing the form. And it allows to create the columns also, not an issue with that. And it opens in the graphical format how the form will be. And here we have the fields, we have the field types. What are the next columns to be added here?
Gender.
Yeah, gender, and we select date of birth here. Okay, gender for choice, date of birth as a date. Here we are having the field types here. We have gender. Gender is nothing but the choice column.
Choice.
Here we have choice. Just drag and drop and click on this settings icon here or gear icon, which allows you to edit the name and everything of the column. Like we need the gender, and here we have choices here. We'll come to later how to add the choices here. We can mention the choice name directly here like male, female. That's it. Okay, we don't have any save option directly. You can close it after editing. Okay, then automatically it will change or it will update here. And the next column will be date of birth. Date of birth will be date. Drag and drop the date column here and click on the settings icon, and the date will be date of birth. That's it. Click on save, and we can see like the changes applied here. Let's refresh the page. We have application number, first name, middle name, last name, father's name, mother's name, gender with the 2. Okay, we haven't deleted the choice 3, we can delete there. And we have the date of birth, which allows you to select the date format here. And we'll modify here the gender. Okay, fine. Save. Any doubts till now? Before going to the next steps, do you have any doubts till now?
No, Sharath.
Yeah, fine. Then we'll create the other columns by using other ways. It's my favorite way to create the columns, called as from form layout. Form layout is my favorite way or easiest way to create the columns in ServiceNow tables. Okay. The same thing applicable. Go for the form view, right click on the column header, go for configure. We have form layout in the third option. It allows you to create multiple columns in a single way. Like we have the next columns, like what are the next columns? Address, mobile number, email. Address, mobile number, email. Okay. Just type as address. Here we have create new field option, name, type of string, and it is asking the field length. I just make it as some large with 1000 characters. Click on add. Address, mobile number, and let's make it as some 40. Add mobile number, address,
Mobile
and email.
number.
We can
Email.
change. We can change. We can change.
Okay.
We can change.
Okay.
We can change. Just click on add. I'm just showing how easily we can create multiple columns in a single click. And later we have city, state. Let's go for city. It is obviously choice. Click on add. Add. Then what are the next columns? We have occupation. What is occupation type? We mentioned as choice here. Clear. Click on add and save. And let's see, we have added 5 columns in the duration of some 1 minute or 30 seconds below. Okay. As I said, that is my favorite way to create the columns in the table. You can see like the table right now here looks lengthy with full-fledged columns. And the last column we have called as photo, nothing but attachment, and we'll try to create this column in a last way, like it is from dictionary. Okay. All columns in ServiceNow tables are stored in dictionary. We can also create the columns in dictionary itself directly. Let's see how to create the column from dictionary. Filter navigator, type dictionary. Under system definition, we have the dictionary here. And you can see like 1 lakh records here, almost all 1,52,270 something records in that. These are called as the columns of each and every table. Click on new button to create a new dictionary entry, nothing but called as the column, and which will ask the table name where you want to create the column. Here it is asking the table name. Where do you want to create a dictionary entry or a column in the table? I select my table called u underscore passport underscore applicant. And what is the type of the column? Here we have the attachment. Just type attachment, or we have something called as photo also. Let's search for file attachment we have, and the name will be photograph or photo. Let's make it as simple photo. and it is asking maximum length. You can see for the photo it is asking maximum length. Ignore this button. Okay, click on submit. Then if you open our table called passport underscore table or passport application, you can see all columns are full-fledged available. Any doubts till now to create a table and how to create the columns in the table?
Sharath, regarding the last column which we have created, the attachment column,
Yeah,
if we want to place some restrictions
we can do that.
regarding
We
the
can do that.
attachment,
We can do that. Don't bother about that. I'm asking regarding creation of all these things.
okay, fine.
We are here only for the basics right now. We can come for the complex later. Yeah, any doubts till now regarding creation of table, creation of columns in multiple ways? Can I take it as no? Can I move forward to the next topic?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then after creation of table, is it looking fine or the table view is awkward or anything?
We have to segregate. It's good.
We have to split it.
Yeah, we can split the table different depending upon the columns. We can use form design for that, or we can use the form layout also, or you can use the form builder also. But my suggestion is to go with form design. Okay, because form design helps you to go with easy options. Okay. Here we have an option called one column here. Just click on this arrow mark and we have two columns here. Okay, and we can drag and drag up towards the right hand side of the table, like right hand side of the columns, where you want to place the things towards the right side. I'll just go with something called as address, city, state, email, photograph, and father's name and mother's name. Okay, just click on save, and you can see like the form will be smaller when compared to the last one. Okay, the columns are shrunk to the half page, like it's a half page of the page and this is the second page of the form. Right now it is good looking, or we need to make other options here, like make some other makeup. Is it fine?
Fine.
Yeah. Then in the next session we'll add some other columns and we have some different things to be done in the customization of the form. It's called the form building or form configuration or form layout. Till now we learned the three things. The first thing is how to create a table in ServiceNow, how to create the columns in the table, and how to customize or how to design a form like the columns formats regarding first way and second way. We have only two things here, not the three columns ways in the form. We have only two, the first column and the second column ways. Okay, these are called as splits. You can see it in directly configure form layout. Those are called as splits. You can see like the splits are added defaultly. Okay, if you mention split, it splits into two pages, like two forms, two formats. Fine. I'll write the things in a first way, like how to create a table. We learned. The first one thing, the creation of table. Second thing will be creation of column, or it may be called as field. Majorly we call as column, and we just mention as some designing a form or changing the layout of the form. Design for a form. And let's see, delete a column from a form. Let's learn like delete a column. First we'll learn remove a column, then we'll go for delete a column. If you want any column for the temporary purpose, you can mention as remove a column here. We'll just learn first how to remove a column, how to delete a column. Let's see, I don't want this occupation column for this purpose. Like it will be there in the backend, but right now I'm hiding from the form. Just go for right click on the column header, go for configure, go for form layout, form builder, anything you want. Just go for form layout. It's a basic way or the best way. These are called as slush buckets. We learned in the previous sessions. These are called as slush buckets. It is also a slush bucket. Left slush bucket, right slush bucket. I don't want occupation here. Just double click on it, or you can use this arrow mark to remove. It will be there in the backend, but you can use whenever it is used or it availability regarding the availability. Just click on save. Then automatically the occupation field will be removed from the page or the form. Okay. It is a way to remove a column temporarily from the form where we can add it in the further usage. Okay. And here I am showing how to delete a column. Like we
Sir,
have.
can I delete permanently?
We'll come to that, bro. Just
Yeah,
we are
okay.
going towards how to remove a column, and we have the next topic called delete a column. Clear? And right now I want to delete this middle name because I don't want this middle name anymore in my column or in my page. Just go back to the table. We just go for the table first. Under system definition, we have the tables. And search for the table. Our table name is u underscore passport. And we have two ways to delete a column. First one will be directly clicking the arrow mark, the cross mark here. We have the middle name. I don't want the middle name here. Just click on this arrow mark to delete permanently from the database. Okay. If you click on this cross mark, it will automatically delete it from the database. We can't retrieve it back. Or we have the second option called open this middle name column. And there we have an option for deletion called delete column, which deletes the column permanently. We can't retrieve back once the deleted columns. Clear? I'll show you. Just clicking on this button called cross mark here. Go for cross mark, and you can see like how many are there right now. We don't have middle name. Just refresh once, update once, or save the form, and automatically the middle name will be removed from the columns thing. Like you can see like mother's name only there in the M section. If you go for form view, we don't have middle name in our column or in the database. Any doubts in these 5 sections like creation of table, creation of column, designing a form, removing a column, deleting a column?
No, Sharath.
No.
Is it clear? Then the next part will be the interesting one, like how to modify these columns. Let's see. First, fill a form. We have this form view. The admission number will be unique. Like we should have something called as, it should be unique. Application number should be unique for each and every person. Okay, we'll come to that later. And the first name, we'll just mention my name here. And in the last name, just mention the name. Sorry. And we have the gender here. Select appropriate one and select the date of birth here. And you can grab the years also here. Or you can directly select it here and we can modify the date also. You can modify the date according to your date of birth. And you can mention the mobile number. And we have the father's name. and we have the mother's name, and we have the address. Just mention the full address if you want. And we don't have anything under state, under city. Okay, first we will come to that application number, which is called as the auto numbering, and we don't have values under state, under city. And I just mentioned the email here, my email, and any photo which is applicable or available in the thing. Just click on choose file, which will allows the table something different part. I'll just select this logo right now for the time being. Just click on OK. And we have each and every column which is filled except the application number and the state and city. And today we'll learn regarding how to add the choice values towards the state and city choice fields. Okay, let's learn. Add the choices to the choice column. Okay, what will be the state choice values or city values, like choice values there?
AP, Telangana, Karnataka.
Okay, we'll just make it as Andhra Pradesh, like AP, Karnataka, TG for Telangana, some TN for Tamil Nadu, and other things. Regarding with the cities, we just go for Kurnool, Tirupati,
Guntur,
Hyderabad,
Hyderabad, Rangareddy.
Nellore.
Okay, fine. Nellore.
Kadapa,
It will take too long. Fine. In the AP, we have almost all three, and in Telangana, we have two, like Hyderabad and Rangareddy. And in Karnataka, we have Bangalore, and we have something called as some
Mangalore.
And in Tamil Nadu, we have Chennai, and we have Salem. Okay, these are the choice values of cities. Let's try to create them.
Tiruvannamalai also, sir.
Yeah, fine. Just right click on the column to we'll just go for the first way, like how to add a choice values to the column in the first basic way, and we'll learn in the quickest way, nothing but in the shortcut way. First we'll learn how to add the columns in a basic way. Right click on the column header, go for configure dictionary. Okay, the first option will be the configure dictionary. Right click on the column header, go for configure dictionary, and it will open the column of the state, and which allows you to add the choice values here. We have choice list specification here, and here it asking drop down with none, drop down without none. Okay, I'll just go for drop down with none. I need the none button, the none choice value is as a first, and under that we have choices column here. Go for choices and click on new button to add the new choice value here. We are here under the state column, and I need to add the state values here, like Andhra Pradesh. And I'll just make it as the backend value also same. We can make it as AP for your convenience, but I'm giving the same backend value for the easy remembrance. Label is displaying one, value is backend value. Okay, for each and everything you should have the front end and the backend. Just click on submit, and I need to add the other choice values here. Just click on new button. It will be Karnataka. I don't have any partiality because for the time being I'm selecting only some states here. And here we can directly add by clicking on this insert a new row button. I'll just go for here as we have Telangana. And the next thing will be Tamil Nadu. The backend will be automatically populated. Okay, no bother about that. Just save the form and see whether they are added or not. Just update them, or the backend value is not updated. It's mentioned as TG as a backend value for the time being, and TN for the backend value for the Tamil Nadu. Just update and let's see how the form will be. If I click on state now, it will show Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and Telangana. Okay. Then it is a basic way to add the columns choice values, and we'll go for the next shortcut way. Right click on the column header. We have configure choices button. First we have learn by configure dictionary, and here the second option we have configure choices. Just click on this option called configure choices. It will display the slush bucket here and here. We don't have any choices till now. We can add directly here, like add a new item. It is showing like mention as Hyderabad, and we have Kurnool. Add. We have Ranga Reddy, which comes under Telangana, and we have something called as Chennai, comes under Tamil Nadu. I'm just adding randomly. Tirupati. Add something called as some Bengaluru or Bangalore, and mention some Salem for under Tamil Nadu. Any missing? We have Kurnool for Andhra Pradesh, Tirupati for Andhra Pradesh, Hyderabad and Rangareddy for Telangana. For
Mysore.
Yeah, for Mysore we have for Karnataka. Fine. We added some almost all 7 to 8 choice values in a single glance in a couple of seconds, like in a go. You can click like we have city like Hyderabad, Kurnool, Rangareddy and everything. I'll just select the application number for being as something called as something ABC1234 is my application number, and state as Andhra Pradesh and city as some Kurnool. Okay, I'm saving my form. You can see like we have a record which is created by user under passport application table. Then let me know how to open the list view of records for this table. To open the list view of the records in the table, how we can show for this table. For user table, how we can show the list view of users in a shortcut way.
Sys underscore user underscore list.do.
We can use this shortcut to view the list view of users in the user table. Then what about our passport application table?
U underscore passport underscore application dot list.
Underscore application. Underscore. Sorry, dot.
Dot list.
Dot list.
Right now, how many records are there in my table?
One.
One record.
One table. Let's search if there are any other table records. Let's search for that. Passport underscore application dot list. Let's see, we have only one record here. Then you got some idea regarding how the user records are created and how the table is created and what is a record. Got it?
Yes.
Then we'll come to that. The default columns appear while we create a table called created by updates. Sorry, updated by sysID, and we have something called as
Updated.
Created is nothing but by whom it is created, nothing but creator of the record. Sorry, so created is nothing but it goes for the date. Creation date, creator, number of updates done to the record, by whom it is updated or by whom it is updated. It is a 32 character unique ID. 32 character unique ID for each and every record. Okay, and updated nothing but when it is updated. Okay, when it is created. Okay, let's search for that because they are already there. If you want to grab those columns, I'll show you how it will be. Right click on the column header, go for configure, go for form layout. As we ignore the column called attachments here, it is already there in the backend, and we have these columns called created, created by, and we have these all things. Ignore the occupation. Just click on save. These are the system columns. We can't edit them. Okay. Right now it is created by this time and by admin, updated by this time, updated by admin. Number of updates done is 2. For example, if I belong to Tamil Nadu, or if I select under as something called Chennai, if I save this record, how many updates are there for this record if after saving?
3.
Let's see. 2 things will be changed, like updated time along with update number of count will be. If I click on save, let's see. The
1,
count will be changed and the time will be different.
3.
Okay. And these are columns meant for the record properties, like when it is created, when it is updated, number of updates done, and whom it is updated by, and the thing which is created by the whole person. Clear?
Yes.
And we have
Yes.
learned like how to create a call, how to create a table, how to create a column, and how to fill a form, and how to create the choice values to the thing. And let's learn the second 7-point called delete a record. We have learned the thing in the user and the group and everything, but I'll show you in the table also. We have the delete button directly here, or you can go for list view, select this button, go for actions. We have delete option here to delete the record. But in the real time, we don't have things to be deleted. And regarding this creation of the table, regarding this creation of columns, will take almost 3 months, 2 months to create all these things, because the backend selling will be much more complexer, like when we come towards real time. And we created only these columns, and later we'll add some other columns into the passport application table. And let's see what are the things available in the next session. Then after that, you can have some glitch, like if I select this button called state here, if I select state as Andhra Pradesh, I need to display only the Andhra Pradesh states here, not all the cities here belonging to the entire India. I need only Kurnool and Tirupati to be displayed when I select Andhra Pradesh in the state. Did you encounter this type of thing while applying the examinations or anything?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Then it's called the dependent values concept. Okay, we learn this in 8th thing called dependent values concept. Which can I know which column is dependent on which one? We have state and city. Which is dependent on which one, or which is dependent on which column?
City is
City
dependent on
is
state.
depending on
State.
Okay, then we need to configure city or state. Which is independent,
City.
which is dependent?
State is
state.
independent.
State is
Is
independent.
independent.
Yeah, we need to configure the city here. Okay, keep it in mind this point, like we don't touch the independent format. We configure only the dependent format because it's called as dependent values concept. Go for this part called city, right click on the column header, go for configure dictionary, go for configure dictionary. Under that we have the dependent values section. Go for advanced view because it should be displayed here. In the advanced view we have the dependent values section there. Yeah, we have the dependent field here. Here we have the checkbox called use dependent field. Click on this true or false button. Then on which field is dependent? It is a city column we are configuring. On which column it is dependent?
State.
We need to select the state here first. Okay. Then save first. Before going to the next part, just save the column. We are modifying the city, configuring the city column, and in the dependent field section, we just selected as use dependent field, and we selected a field called state here. Okay. Clear? Anything weird? Nothing, no?
No.
Yeah. Then open the Hyderabad. These are the values. Something I'm getting disturbance from somebody. Just mute yourself. And we have the choice values of the city here, like Hyderabad, Kurnool, and Rangareddy. And in the right hand side, we have dependent value column, which is waiting to filling the columns. Like we should mention the exact values what we mentioned in the state. It should not be a spelling error or any grammatical error. Like when you should mention the dependent values clearly. Which comes under Telangana, like Hyderabad, which comes under Telangana state. Okay. Then what about, sorry, I need to save the Telangana. Click on the tick mark. What about Kurnool?
Andhra Pradesh.
It's Andhra Pradesh. I just mentioned the space in between both Andhra and Pradesh. And Rangareddy comes under Telangana. Okay. And Chennai comes under Tamil Nadu. And Tirupati comes under Andhra Pradesh. The dependent value should match here. Like if I select Telangana, it should display only Hyderabad or the related one, like the Rangareddy. Let's select the Bangalore first as some Karnataka. Karnataka. And for Salem, it's obviously Tamil Nadu. And for Mysore, it will be Karnataka. Okay. Let's see if it is any spelling mistake or spelling error, then it should not populate. Just click on update and see whether it is working fine or not. Right now we have the Tamil Nadu and Chennai. Let's go for none first. None automatically clears the values. City also makes none. Go for Andhra Pradesh. What should it display?
Tirupati, Kurnool.
Andhra Pradesh related cities.
Is it displaying the two values, Kurnool and Tirupati? Let's go
Yes.
with another state value called as Tamil Nadu. I think spelling is mistake there. Like we have Tamil Nadu here, and we haven't mentioned any spelling mistake there. Let's see. Go for some Karnataka. It is displaying Bangalore and Mysore. And if you go for Telangana, it is displaying nothing. Telangana. Telangana. Fine. If it is not displaying, then the mistake will be regarding the spellings. Go for city, configure dictionary, and set right your spellings there. Telangana. Is it right?
Yes, right. Telangana.
Tamil Nadu.
Tamil Nadu also.
Let's search once.
In Tamil Nadu, N will be capital or give space to Tamil Nadu.
It's not. We'll come to that. Andhra Pradesh, it is showing Kurnool and Tirupati, fine. It's for Karnataka, it is showing Bangalore and Mysore, it's very fine. Go for Tamil Nadu, it is not showing. Okay, we have space for Tamil Nadu here, fine. And Telangana, it is not showing anything. Let's see. We have space for Telangana here. Let's search for that and we'll modify those parts. Let's update the column and see the final results. Just refresh form once for the updates done. Because as a cloud platform, we need to refresh for changes applied. Go for Tamil Nadu itself or Telangana. Okay, something is backend there. Okay, the backend name is TG there. Fine. Got it. The backend name should be there. Go for configure dictionary. Did you get my point? What is the backend name of Telangana we gave there?
Yes. Capital
Easy
T
and
and
TM.
small g.
We just given as TG there.
T caps. T
Capital
caps.
T.
And G should be
Capital
smaller.
T.
And for Telangana, for Tamil Nadu, we just
TM.
mention as TN there.
TM. Yeah.
That's
TM.
why it is not populating. Then it will work. Then you can come to mind that we should give the backend name there. Okay, not the front end name. Then it will apply for none. It gives none. It goes for Andhra Pradesh. We have Karnal and Tirupati. Karnataka for Mysore and Bangalore. And for Tamil Nadu, we have Chennai and Salem. And for Telangana, we have something called Hyderabad and Rangareddy. Clear?
Yes, clear.